Hey everybody, this is Dr. Matt Lyon. So psyched to be doing these videos, and it's been such a joy to make this new website, and I just want to welcome you. You may have heard me ask this question before, but if you looked in the mirror and ever asked yourself this question or had this thought, I should be so much further along than I am now. I always say this, and it's so true, you are so not alone. Everything is energy. Now, before I lose you on that, because you're like, whoa, this dude's totally woo-woo, let me explain what I mean. Albert Einstein, founder of quantum physics, himself said that the sole governing agent of matter, so the thing that controls matter, is energy. And energy is possibility. So we don't have energy. We're not these little skin and muscle suits, walking around that have energy. We actually are energy. And just like a wave is actually the ocean that's just sort of popped up and become more visible, we are energy that is a cluster of vibration that is more solidified to appear as form. So everything is energy. So therefore, in healing, we have to look at energy. And in fact, really, there's no intervention, there's no healing technique that's not working with energy. What I found after healing myself of 2.5 years of chronic pain, autoimmunity, digestive issues, and a host of things, but debilitating chronic pain was the main thing for me. I learned to befriend and work with my own energy in a very conscious way. What that changed for me in my practice, and what was interesting about this and such a paradox for me, is because I was known as the energy guy. The chiropractic work I did was a fairly simple technique, in as much as we looked at the spine, we found out where there were tension and torsion patterns that were creating misalignment and thus reducing the body's ability to adapt and heal itself. But it was all done based on contact to the spine, but working with the subtle energies around and in the body. And that's great. I mean, it's a really good tool, and I loved it. It was not sufficient for me to heal myself because there was more to it. Interestingly enough, I also noticed that a number of my colleagues were struggling deeply with chronic health issues. And it begged the question, how do we really effectively work with energy in a truly heart-centered and effective way that also includes the best understanding we have scientifically of what energy is? So, like I said, we don't have energy, we are energy. Everything I do works with the energy system. What I discovered in my methodology that I have developed since I got better and that I learned when I was sick is that safe container of energy is primary in everything we do, and that everything we do needs to create coherence and order and a higher degree of vibration and information in the energy field in and around the body. If energy is in fact the sole governing agent of matter, this explains why instantaneous or spontaneous healings happen. This begins to explain mysterious phenomenon as preachers in Appalachia could get bit by snakes and never get sick. Some of them do, or they could drink strychnine and never be affected. Or, which I did, walking on hot coals, or being able to do an Ironman triathlon, or to be able to swim super long distances, or mothers that produced impossible physical results by lifting cars to get their children. Energy is everything, and our ability to be aware of it and to become more aware of it is critical. Having a skillful, sensitive, intuitive, and safe practitioner who can help you create coherence and balance in your energy field is really important. And the next level of that is a practitioner, teacher, or partner who can teach you to do it yourself. I think of all the approaches that I have in functional medicine, applied kinesiology, neuroemotional technique, the different energy modalities I use, ultimately, when the patient, the client, the practice member learns to do it themselves and learns to interact with their life and themselves and this amazing world all around them in a different way, that's when the magic happens. And moreover, it amplifies our ability to contribute and to grow and to bring our gifts exponentially. We've all been in a situation where we've been in a room and someone's walked in and we're like, wow, we're uplifted, we're up-leveled, we feel vibrant and awake and alive. And we've also been in instances where someone walks into a room and we feel tight, we close in, we lose our breath. Nothing against that person, but we are very sensitive energy beings who are constantly feeling, whether we know it or not, the fluctuations in the field all around us. The tricky thing is that most energy is not perceptible through the five senses. Now, of course, some light is, because that's energy, and a certain wavelength of that is visible to the human eye. Certain ranges of auditory energy or acoustic energy are audible through the senses of our ears. Certain things we can feel through kinesthetic touch. But most energy is beyond the realm of the five senses. And what most of us do, and it makes sense, we define our reality based on the five senses. What we can register through our five senses that reaffirms or reinforces our past experiences. And there's a whole school of thought about this. Carl Pribram even proposed a theory called the holographic memory theory, which is in fact that memory is not local in the brain, but rather is information patterns all around us. Rupert Sheldrake, an incredible biologist who wrote The Presence of the Past, has described these fields of information, and that it's really our receptivity as a nervous system, as an energy system, that downloads and decodes those information patterns rather than fixed entities and ourselves. So energy is everything. The most important thing we can do is discover, uncover, and discard the stuff that gets in our way, that holds us back, whether that's limiting beliefs, biochemical blocks in our body, blocks in our nervous system or alignment, or old emotions that are holding us back. And to open up all these channels of receptivity within us so that we can download and express the fullness of who we are, and that our body can heal itself. So anyway, I just wanted to have a quick conversation about that. That energy work is part of everything I do. Everything I do, every conversation I have, because that's what we are. And in medicine, it's really important that it becomes integral to all medical practices. It's my hope and vision that someday a general practitioner will recognize that even though the person sitting in front of them has a sore throat or an ear infection, they are in fact an energy being, deserving of awareness, mindfulness, attention, heart-centered and empathy, or a surgeon, or chiropractors. Everything is energy. As I make this video, we're in an incredible pandemic, and we obviously feel that we are one interdependent sea of humanity that is in fact energy. And we see how stress can spread and affect energy, but we also see how love, compassion, empowerment, focus, and a vision of a future that's super compelling that we can all create together can motivate us and inspire us. So with that, I just want to wish you all the best. I'm Dr. Matt Lyon. Welcome to the website. Please explore. I think the other one was better, but that's it. Now we gotta upload them.